And David All.
Hey, Kevin, you may recall that in 2014.
It's a terrific story. David, thank you. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3. And for the Spurs, Aldridge out there with Lyles. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision. Kevin, this is sort of a boom or bust type player last year. Brooks is a major league streak shooter. I mean, and when he's on, he can carry your offense.
Shoots the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Memphis moving it around. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And when you look at Brooks's game logs from last year, you're spot on. I mean, one night he might put up 30. The next night he might go for 6 or 7.
Yes, yeah, but you need those explosive scorers on the roster. You know, I call him the Vinny the Microwave Johnson type. When he's hot, you're right. He's not, sub it. That's simple.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Man, guys, he's been a pro for a long time. DeRozan still with the hops to flush. And boy, does he get up quick.
Now here's Valanciunas. Morant kicks to Winslow. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Here's Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. In the corner, Winslow with it. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Morant. A second chance effort. Jackson finds Morant. Here's Valanciunas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat. And add Valanciunas to the list of traditional bigs who are trying to stretch out their games. Last year, he shot more threes per contest than in any other season. And he actually hit them in a decent clip.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Valanciunas. Passes it to Winslow. And stolen by Aldridge. Floats it up for Murray. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Ever evolving as a passer, DeRozan continues to impress with his ability to find his teammates.
Here's Valanciunas. And the layup's good off the glass. Valanciunas has got 6.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Now here's Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Brooks finds Jackson. Lays it up off the glass.
And even though Valanciunas has added the 3-ball to his game, his value to this team really lies elsewhere.
Well, yes, yeah. He better know where his bread is buttered and stay in his lane. Because no question, he's there to be a space eater. Look, think about it. He gives you high-level rebounding, efficient scoring inside. But if he wants more minutes on the floor, the improved jump shot is key for him.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lyles, and it's White in for Bryn Forbes. And Memphis also making a switch. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. Valanciunas dishes to Brooks. Morant kicks to Brooks. Up and in on the layup.
And sometimes it seems Brooks is better at scoring like this. I mean, he enjoys overcoming challenges.
And Aldridge slams it in.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Basket counts. 6 points for him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. The dish to Morant. He kicks to Brooks. Back to Morant. Down low. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Murray. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Morant. San Antonio shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Kicks it out to Jones. To the middle. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Grizzlies lead by 1. And the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
Derek White is out there with Mills. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Gay in at the 4-man position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And the pass to Bellinelli. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Poeltl.
Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
Walker's checked in for San Antonio. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 3-point lead. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play this era.
I bet it does. Right side, Jones. Anderson. Yep, that one goes. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
So good at keeping his balance. Anderson doesn't let aggressive defense get to him.
Poeltl kicks to Gay. Poeltl, the pass to Walker. They double-team Walker. Here's Poeltl. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Memphis leading by 3.
And though he's very active at the offensive end, Melton probably makes his biggest impact defensively.
I agree, Gia. He works hard, shows good instincts, and reads the passing lanes very well. He's also disruptive with his speed, his length, and I like that he can play physically. He can get you out of your rhythm.
Anderson finds Jones. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jones has got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Grizzlies have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has beneath no one tattooed on his arm. And he says, my dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. And guys, his time is now.
Sure is, D.A. Thank you.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Will it go? And the layup is up and in. Mills has got his second basket.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Winslow's checked in. Murray for 3. San Antonio again missing. Pass to Gutterich. Memphis moving that ball around. Melton passes to Clark. And Anderson has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. He can't get that one to fall. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Right side, DeRozan. Here's Lyles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And so he makes both from the line. And here are the Grizzlies now. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Jackson dishes to Valanciunas. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
Oh, it's tough trying to alter his focus. I mean, Valanciunas is great at staying in control.
DeRozan, that's good.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Inside, there's Winslow, lays it up and banks it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
DeRozan finds Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. Back to DeRozan. Wide open look here for Murray. And a miss there on the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. To the paint, here's Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Brooks. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And it's DeRozan missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Brooks outside. He dishes it to Winslow. Back to Brooks. And stolen by Aldridge. And so it's Memphis holding on to an 8-point lead heading. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. And Shaq, a team that used to be known for its grit and grind style, Memphis. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to Valanciunas. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Spurs trail by 6. Murray right side. Off target from 3-point range. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Winslow finds Jackson. Morant against Murray. Morant passes to Valanciunas, and then jammed down as he goes right over Trey Lyles.
Oh, this is the grit and grind Valanciunas gives you. I mean, someone that isn't going to give into the defense.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Lyles. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Pass to Winslow. Memphis moving it around. Morant passes to Winslow. Here's Valanciunas. Now the feed to Winslow. Back to Valanciunas. Another shot. He lays it in. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis.
Oh, I love the rapid intensity right there. Valanciunas, he is capable of doing real damage on the offensive boards.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Walker subbed in for Murray. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, there were more rumors that the Grizzlies' ownership were exploring relocation. Now the lease at FedEx Forum runs through 2027, with substantial penalties for breaking it early. But playing in a small market with the financial challenges the league has seen of late, that wouldn't necessarily preclude a move someday down the road. Guys?
Hopefully they can stay put. Thanks, DA.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. It's a 14-point game to the inside, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. San Antonio making a switch here. White's checked in. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. And the Grizzlies with possession here. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. White against Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Lob pass to Gay. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Come on. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Lyles checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And the Grizzlies with possession. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Jones looking for an opening. Five to shoot. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Kicks it out to Jones. Lets it go with the 3. And it's White with the rebound. Spurs trail by 18. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Offensive rebound. Passes to Jackson. Tries again. It doesn't go for him.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like.
And so it's Memphis in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Trey Lyles. Derek White is out there with Mills. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now, here's Morant for 3.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Morant with it, picked up by Aldridge. Jackson, good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Lyles, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Now here's Morant, covered by Mills. Morant kicks to Jackson. Cans the 12-footer. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Clark outside. Mills with the rebound. Spurs trail by 16. DeRozan passes to White. Stolen by Anderson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
A different look now for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for White, and it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. The Grizzlies also making a change. Winslow's checked in for Anderson. For 3, Murray. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Brooks kicks to Winslow. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Brooks right side. Poked away. 3 on the clock. From deep 3-point range. But they recover it.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
That one good for 2. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
That jumper is just looking clean and confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Outside DeRozan. The pass to Aldridge. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Winslow wide open. He fires, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Brandon Clark. There's the lob to Aldridge. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Out to Brooks. There's Winslow. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Winslow's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Grizzlies.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Valanciunas.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Good on the shot.
Possessing great size at his position, DeRozan's muscular frame allows him to convert through the contact.
Morant surveying the D. Kicks to Valanciunas. And another miss by Memphis. It's DeRozan with the drive. And finished off by DeRozan.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Great open look there.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
For the land of the...
Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of Payday.
Hey, good evening, Kevin.
DA, the Sacramento fans would love to see that as well. Thanks so much for that report. Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Bagley in at the 5, down low. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And where Brooks seemed to have carved out a niche, GA, his consistency from range and from the line.
Kev, if you can space the floor and hit your free throws, you're going to be in the rotation. Brooks really came into his own last season. And the more he refines his shot selection, the more valuable he becomes to this team.
Brooks finds Valanciunas, out to Morant, just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Great vision by John Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
Fox against Morant. That one goes. Count it.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bagley. And now the Kings fast break. Fox leading the charge. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Fox has got 6.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Morant against Fox. Morant kicks to Jackson. Pass to Winslow. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Kings have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Bagley with the ball. Valanciunas is there, and it goes down 2 points.
Do you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Down low. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Jackson. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Brooks finds Morant. They need this. He takes it up and lays it in.
The creativity from Morant, always inventing new ways to score.
Fox passes to Bagley, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bagley's got his second basket of the game. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
And Fox gets it to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Brooks dishes to Valanciunas. Knocked away. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Both teams will make substitutions. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
On the wing, Heel. There's the 3. John Morant grabs the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 6. And it's good for 2.
The defense is there, but because of the height disparity, there's no real contest.
And Belitza has it in the corner for the three. Again, the miss by the King. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's Jackson with the drive. Morant outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Healed with the bucket.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Some changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. And then for Sacramento, Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Giles. Parker comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Barnes. Here's Holmes. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Gutteridge, the pass to Clark.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Parker passes to Holmes. Back to Parker. Fast break, Memphis. Anderson finds Jones. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Holmes. Bazemore gets the bucket. Here's Jones. Parker with the steal. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the Sacramento Kings. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Jones. Anderson is out there with Brandon Clark. And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
And the dunk by Parker.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Gutteridge. He's covered by Joseph. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Shot by Hield, nobody around, and it's off from three-point range.
And watching Brandon Clark play, first thing you notice, young fella plays above the rim.
He's very quick off the floor, GA. Had a max vertical of over 40 inches at the combine. Did you hear me? Over 40 inches. And I think he was the steal of the draft. Fortunately for the Grizzlies, he failed to 21.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bogdanovich comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph.
And a fantastic finish. I just love seeing Fox work his way through contact and converting.
Clark, the pass to Valanciunas. Memphis moving that ball around. Clock at 6. Melton, great positioning on the putback.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Parker left side. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Kings lead by 9.
And the dogged attitude of Bagley. When shots go up, he wants to be the first to pounce on misses.
Clark, the pass to Melton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Some changes for Memphis. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Brooks comes in for Melton. And it's John Morant in for Jones. Giles checked in for Sacramento. Barnes comes in for Buddy Hield. And Fox gets it to go.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Jackson drives in. Here's Brooks. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Brooks has got his first bucket in this one.
Not just a floor spacer. Dillon will take the mid-range jumper if you give it to him.
Right side, Bogdanovich. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 11 now for the Kings. Winslow dishes to Valanciunas. Bagley with the block. But they get it back. Brooks outside. Morant finds Winslow. On the wing, Winslow. And it's Brooks at the elbow. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Everyone knows how athletic Barnes is. Demonstrated yet again with the slam.
Valanciunas passes to Jackson. Now Morant. And Valanciunas kicks to Brooks. Valanciunas dishes to Brooks. Morant outside. And stolen by Bogdanovich. One-on-one here. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Anderson outside. To the paint, Valanciunas. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Grizzlies have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And that one falls for Jackson. The Kings making a switch here.
2 shots.
Jackson hits both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Bazemore, no one around him. A three-pointer, no good. Here is Anderson, and so it's the Sacramento Kings. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. De'Aaron Fox was on fire in the first half. He had 12. Thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bagley in at the center position. Now Morant. On the wing, Brooks. 6 to shoot. Back to Morant. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Kings making a switch here. Heald's checked in. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Kings leading now by 16. On the wing, Barnes. Covered by Winslow. And that one's good, Barnes.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, Harrison Barnes at 6'8", 225 has played some power forward. Greg, do you like him there or at his more natural small forward position?
I think in today's game, Kevin, having the strength he does allows him to kind of hold his own. You know, you don't see a lot of 4 men playing a lot of post-up in today's game. He's still got to be able to play in space, and I think creates matchup nightmares for the opponent.
Nobody near Barnes. Here's Bagley. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
And Brooks, here we go. Inside. Bielitsa against Jackson. Valanciunas inside. Winslow's shot is off.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
Here's Fox. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
With his size and explosiveness, you get the feeling Barnes could live at the line. It's all about creating contact.
The Kings shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Both teams deciding to change it up. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious. Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Valanciunas eats up so much space inside, he just inhales rebounds.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Kings. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Parker against Clark. Pass to Joseph. Back to Parker. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Clark. Outside, Jones. Clark kicks to Jones. Clark inside. Joseph on him. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Bazemore. And the dunk by Bazemore.
Not to be deterred. Excellent elevation here off the drive. Bazemore showing good explosiveness.
Clark, the pass to Valanciunas. Here's Gutteridge. Back to Valanciunas. To the middle. Gutteridge can't get it to go.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Now here's Bagley. He has 6. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Milton passes to Clark. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Back to Clark. Banked in off the glass. Clark's got 6.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Healed from outside. Cans it from downtown. And the Kings lead by 20.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And it's blocked.
Quick off the floor, beautiful standing reach. Bazemore surprising you with the block.
And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And then for Sacramento, Richaun Holmes comes in for Marvin Bagley. And Harry Giles subbed in for Corey Joseph. Jones, no one around him. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Kings leading now by 18. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer, Hield. The offensive rebound. Giles the pass to Holmes. Three-pointer, Hield. Grizzlies with the rebound. Here's Gutteridge. Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Sacramento Kings holding a big 18-point lead. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so here's Memphis. It's an 18-point game. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Anderson and Jackson inside. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Brooks the pass to Winslow. On up the court. Holmes, good.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, of course, Jaren Jackson Sr. played in the NBA for over a decade.
And, yes, Jaren Jackson Jr., he talks about watching his dad, learning what it takes to be a professional in this league. That prepared Jackson Jr. to make an impact early on.
Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bogdanovich finds Barnes. From the arc. The rebound by Anderson. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. On offense, here are the Kings. Right side, Fox.
Hey, who's watching now?
And he lays it straight in.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now, an exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Anderson in the post. He's covered by Bielitsa. And stolen by Bielitsa. Morant with the steal. Memphis moving it around. And stolen by Bielitsa. And now Sacramento on the break. Holmes passes to Bielitsa. To Holmes. And here is Bielitsa. Launches it. Rebounded by Jackson.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
He gets that one.
Well, you'll never see Winslow shy away from physical play. In fact, more often than not, he initiates it.
Here's Fox. Here's Holmes. The kick out to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Bagley, he's checked in for the Kings. Morant surveying the D. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. to the inside. No good that time, so the Kings will take it the other way. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Fields checked in for Bogdanovich.
Second team foul. Into the lineup for the Kings.
Brooks against Hield. And stolen by Barnes. And now the Kings fast break. Barnes with the ball. And it's Bagley at the elbow. Valanciunas in the high post. Working on Bagley. Valanciunas good.
When you earn your keep inside, you get used to fighting through contact. Valanciunas getting it done.
On the wing, Hield. Brooks covering. Pass to Bielitsa. Fox kicks to Bielitsa. That three off the mark.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Here's Brooks. Back to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Brooks. And it's blocked.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Kings.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for De'Aaron Fox.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones up top. He's covered by Joseph. Kicks it out to Allen. Shot clock at 6. Brewer with the steal.
Yo, Diabon Brewer.
20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Holmes. And the rejection by Chang. Here we go, one-on-one. Back to Anderson. Here's Brewer. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. Sacramento, California. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon. DA, it's...
Hey, Kevin.
I bet they are. Thank you, DA. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. We've got DeRozan, Aldridge out there with Lyles. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the two-guard position. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Bagley in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Lyles. Murray outside. That shot missing. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Here's Fox. And he banks in the layup. Fox has got his team on the board to start the game for the Kings.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. wide open man and zips it right to him.
And getting to the free throw line more and more. GA awfully tough to stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's just got to knock him down, though. I mean, a free throw percentage, I think he can and will improve upon.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. DeRozan dishes to Forbes. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Lyles inside. Bielitsa's there. Aldridge, the pass to Lyles. Back to Aldridge. That one drops for him.
Well, you've got to push Aldridge out farther. I mean, he's too big and too skilled from this area.
The Kings have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Passes it to Bielitsa. Down low. Here's Bagley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so Bagley nails them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Pass to Lyles. Pass to Murray. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Lyles.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Yep, that one goes in there. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's Fox, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. They get a hand on it. Here's Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
There's the lob to Aldridge.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
The Kings have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Inside, here's Bagley. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Barnes is strong and athletic, aggressive on the glass, not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Lyles kicks to Forbes. The kick out to Aldridge. Clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here's Fox. He has 6. To the paint. Here's Bagley. And he makes good on the layup. Bagley's got 6.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
It's DeRozan with the drive. And he comes up with the deuce.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Fox, no good. San Antonio trailing here. In transition, here comes San Antonio. DeRozan leading the charge.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
That one falls.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
DeRozan for 3. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. The drive by Barnes. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Excellent concentration from Barnes. I mean, when he's penetrating inside, he's determined to beat everybody to the cup.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Jakob Poeltl. Derek White is out there with Mills. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Gay in at the four-man position. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Giles the pass to Hield. Back to Giles. Here's Parker. The shot's good. Parker's got his first points in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Mills dishes to White. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And Mills in the NBA for over a decade now, GA, but he still has incredible speed that's key to his game.
And Kevin, with Mills, that end-to-end speed doesn't get shown off too often. In the half court, though, he does a great job of creating looks for himself, accelerates off of screens, can still leave a defender in the dust when he turns it on.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Here's Mills. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
So he gets them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Kings leading now by 8. Hield from outside. That one no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And White slams it in.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop, and he makes that one.
Straight, pure energy every night. That's what Mills is able to give you, and as a result, converting on the break, he plays at such a fast pace.
Joseph, that's good. And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. 6-point game. Here's Poeltl. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, because Corey Joseph, when he has the ball, is always in a probing posture, he's hard to guard without fouling at times.
Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Walker after the basket by Rashawn Holmes.
Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bielitsa comes in for Jabari Parker. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Corey Joseph. Barnes finds Heel. Walker with the rebound. Greg, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time.
Here's Walker. Sacramento making their last shot. 1:21 left now here in the second. Outside for Murray. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Fox. Murray, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Bagley with the bucket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Spurs trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lobbed up there for Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now, here's Walker. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Giles comes in for Bielitsa, and it's Bogdanovic in for Heel.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And here's the break. And finished off by Bagley.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Murray. Here's Lyles. And so it's the Sacramento Kings.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. A tremendous start for De'Aaron Fox. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And that'll do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Fox and Bogdanovic pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Bagley, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Now, here's Lyons trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Bagley. The putback, and it's Barnes on the follow. Barnes has got the first bucket of the third here for the Kings.
Barnes is a problem in these fast break situations. He's got strength, he's got skill, and he's got excellent speed.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. Parker comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes. And it's Joseph in for Fox. San Antonio also making some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's White in for Murray. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim. And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Bellinelli. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Joseph, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Fields checked in for the Kings. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Lonnie Walker comes in for Bryn Forbes. Healed the pass to Bazemore. Holmes controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Hield following the basket by Derek White. 1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. Makes it off the glass. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. Three-pointer Hield. The shot missing. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Here's Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Gay kicks to Walker. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. Launches a three. The shot, no good. Kings leading now by 22. Joseph looking over the floor. They get the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hield. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Giles checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bielitsa comes in for Parker. Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Mills in for White. Mills passes to Aldridge.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Sacramento delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Mills out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. Spurs trail by 20. Now Mills. Gay outside. Murray against Hield. Shot clock at 5. Murray dishes to Aldridge. Can't cash in from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Yep, it counts. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Barnes with it, now guarded by DeRozan. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Offline with his 3. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, that's what you like to see from DeRozan, guys. I mean, putting that vertical leap on display to get in there and get the board.
And some changes here for the Kings. Bagley, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And it's Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. The Spurs also changing it up. Trey Lyles checked in for Gay. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Patty Mills. Buries it from three-point range.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for the Kings. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Murray surveying the D. Now the pass to Forbes. DeRozan in the corner. Spurs working the ball around now. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Kings leading now by 22. Passes it to Bagley. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. With a step back. Count it.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Here's Murray. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Knocks it loose and stolen by Aldridge. Down low. Bagley with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. Bellinelli with it. Over Giles. Offensive rebound.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for De'Aaron Fox.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Some changes for Sacramento. Len comes in for Richaun Holmes. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Walker kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Walker. Pass to Bellinelli. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Sacramento now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Bazemore on the wing. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Pass to Len. In the corner, it's Brewer. Outside, Joseph. Puts up a three. Sacramento again missing. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This Skip David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The mighty Mississippi River carving its... And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got DeRozan. Trey Lyles out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3. Here's Forbes. Poke loose.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Kept alive. Winslow's shot is off. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear though he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Winslow finds Morant. Just 5 to shoot. And that one, good.
So what a pass from Morant. I mean, he does a terrific job staying alert and seeking those opportunities.
And despite that funky delivery, Jackson Jr. has become one of the more lethal three-point shooters in this league, no matter the position.
And give his father a lot of credit. He and his mom, it's in his DNA. I played with his father in Washington, and he was a knockdown, deadly shooter, a champion with the Spurs as well. Now, as far as Jackson Jr., he's already shooting around 40% from beyond the arc. That's an incredible number for a player his age. It makes the Grizzlies very difficult to match up with defensively.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Murray with it. He's picked up by Morant. Count that one.
And guys, if you let Aldridge get inside with the ball, you've already lost. I mean, he's too big, too strong, too skilled.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And the dunk by Jackson.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim. A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Lyles. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Jackson misses.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Takes it from 10. Here's Lyles, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Justice Winslow.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes, and so he hits both. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's Brooks on the wing. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And it's White missing. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Clark into the lane. And Pirtle sends it back.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Valanciunas passes to Gutterich. Back to Valanciunas. Looking for Clark, and he gets it there. Can't get it to fall. Spurs leading by 8. It's DeRozan with the drive. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And slam dunk by Clark.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Here's White. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. No good from Clark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And the basket is good.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Anderson passes to Gutterich, and that one drops.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 6. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones, the pass to Clark. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Clark, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on DeRozan.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Mills can't hit.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Jackson misses. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Spurs out in front. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Mills. Bellinelli is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. Clark kicks to Winslow. To the inside. Jackson unable to get that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Here's Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, and Gay is a man of many talents, a sharp passer who puts the team above all else.
Jones, the pass to Melton. Right side Jackson. Inside, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Clark. And that's collected by Gay. Spurs leading by 7. Here's Walker. The second effort goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Winslow, the pass to Melton. It's stolen by Bellinelli. Here's Mills. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Winslow finds Jackson. Back to Winslow. Memphis moving that ball around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance, and stolen by Murray. In transition, here come the Spurs. And Forbes kicks to Lyles. Murray for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Murray's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And finished off by Morant.
Ooh, rolling to the rim with force. Love when Morant goes hard and converts with the slam.
And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that #2 overall pick.
Clark against Lyles. To the wing on the left. Here's Melton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the three-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I just don't know how you stop him.
Shot from 16. Lyles no good.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Back to Jackson. Over Aldridge. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Memphis, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Jackson. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Lyles, and the dunk by Lyles.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Grizzlies.
Brooks, the pass to Gutterich. The feed to Jackson. Out to Morant. Back to Jackson. That one goes in.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Brooks against DeRozan. Wide open look here for Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists in the game. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Lyles against Anderson. It's rebounded by Gutterich. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And good that time. Now just a 1-point Spurs lead.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Spurs.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie, a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding. And that's our...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. Aldridge with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Back to Forbes. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Lyles. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup. Lyles got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Winslow finds Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas. Morant against Murray. And that one's good. Morant.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And judging Morant's game early on, I've heard a few people with Allen Iverson comparisons.
Well, put me in that number as well. That's going to be tough to fill up, but it just means he has the potential, the quickness, the athletic ability, the IQ, the handles. They're both lightning fast, slight builds, both tough. And you see the explosive ability to get to the rim and finish. I'm going to ask my boy AI what he thinks about the young Ja.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And Valanciunas kicks to Winslow. Morant outside. And finished off by Morant.
If you're Morant and you want to be a star point in the NBA, you have to score off the pick-and-roll sets.
And the dunk by Lyles.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And they double up DeRozan. Passes it to Lyles. Knocked loose. Morant with the steal. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself.
The awareness Brooks has. Good at knowing exactly how to position himself in these situations.
Lyles with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
Morant pushes to Jackson. Valanciunas passes to Morant. To the middle and stolen by Aldridge. Here's DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down.
And guys, I just love watching DeRozan work in the open floor. So good at leaking out and converting.
Morant right side. Back to Valanciunas. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 6 assists in the game. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Here's the lob to Aldridge. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas. Here is Forbes. Brooks covering. The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Ever evolving as a passer, DeRozan continues to impress with his ability to find his teammates.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Shot's good by Lyles.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
The Grizzlies have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Memphis leading 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Morant. Misses in close.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Brooks finds Morant. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Grizzlies out in front, up by. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Bellinelli is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Pirtle. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the 2. Pirtle with the steal. Here's Gay. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Jones. And the shot goes in. Jones has got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pirtle kicks to Bellinelli. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Clark. Here's Gutteridge. Bellinelli is covering. A nice shot by Gutteridge. And the Grizzlies lead by 5. To the inside. Here's Gay. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
The scoring skills of Gay aren't just limited to the mid-range and his perimeter. This is a guy who can get it done from the inside as well, thanks to his fantastic length.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. White finds Bellinelli.
I love how Bellinelli...
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
And, guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Yeah, and at this stage, that's just what you need to do. You got to get those high percentage looks.
Here's Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
But you see why they keep going to Valanciunas. He knows how to dominate when he's got the hot hand.
Spurs trail by 5. Outside, Walker. At the top of the key, Gay. Pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Pirtle. He is more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
And finished off by Morant.
Easy to see why they go to Morant here. I mean, come on. He's good at coming up with the big bucket.
Here's Pirtle. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Pirtle's got 6 in the quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Clark into the lane. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
With the strong motor and basketball IQ, Valanciunas remains unfazed by pressure in the situation.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. It's stolen by Bellinelli. Walker. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And there's the pass to Gutteridge. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. And Winslow subbed in for Anderson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Gay. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Walker. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Memphis. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Memphis.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
And all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Valanciunas.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Spurs making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Here is Forbes. Brooks covering. The shot's good from Forbes.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Morant finds Valanciunas and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's DeRozan with the drive. And DeRozan throws it down.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Brooks right side. Pass to Morant. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Shot's good by Lyles.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And so the Grizzlies take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made This is an aerial view of our location today, Sacramento. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bagley is out there with Bielitsa. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, Bagley can really get up and extend.
Doubled by Fox. And stolen by Bielitsa. And now Sacramento on the break. That one, no good. Nice D from Valanciunas. Winslow against Bogdanovich. Winslow, the pass to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Pushing it up. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
Valanciunas, good.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Over in the corner, Barnes. Pass to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. Shot clock at 6. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just Fox being impossible to contain right there on the drive.
Valanciunas, and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Morant against Fox. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Bagley with the block.
Don't want to go inside with the height and reach of Marvin Bagley around.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both. And here are the Grizzlies now. 6-point game. Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Fox dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
Morant kicks to Winslow. Outside for Jackson. Passes to Valanciunas. Morant outside. Got a hand on it. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Barnes.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Morant passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude, like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball is right there.
And Fox gets it to go. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And then Hield with the dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Jones is running. No good from Clark.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
So you draw the defense into you deep, and then you wait, and then you get confident down low to draw contact.
The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And Memphis also making a switch. Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Jackson. Kings leading now by 14. Here's Holmes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Jones with it. Holmes covering. Inside. Clark against Parker. Clark dishes to Jones. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Sacramento Kings. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Reminds me of Carmelo Anthony, Jabari Parker, a quick second jumper and keeps it alive on the glass.
Clark, the pass to Gutteridge. Back to Clark. Parker with the steal. Seconds left. Back to Joseph.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking.
And so it's Sacramento with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Brandon Clark is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Melton in at the 2 guard. Three-pointer, Hield. It's Clark with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat. Growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down. He sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
Good D by Hield. Kings leading now by 16. Oh, the lob to Parker.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Back to Jones. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got his second bucket. And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
Yeah, he preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Bazemore kicks to Joseph. Oh, Holmes in position. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Joseph.
But you got to just be in position. And that time, Jabari was deep enough and pretty much game over for the D.
Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Off target with his 3.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Melton passes to Valanciunas. Here's Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. So many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas, it must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lores of the game of college basketball.
Pass to Winslow. Morant outside. We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Winslow, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Bielitsa, he checks in for Sacramento. Sacramento leading by 19 points. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Back to Fox. Shoots over Morant. Here's Fox. 10 points for him. And they pick up 2. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. Brooks kicks to Jackson. They grab their own miss. Here's Valanciunas. A second chance effort, and the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got 7 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Loud pass to Bagley. The pass to Giant. Here's Fox. Kept alive by Sacramento. Bogdanovich wide open. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marvin Bagley picks one up, and these are his second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good. Jackson hits both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Bogdanovich passes to Giles. The kick out to Fox. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Sacramento Kings out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a tremendous start for De'Aaron Fox. He had 12 points, 2 assists. And that's...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Barnes in at the 3.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, that gets everybody fired up. The point guard, De'Aaron Fox, up on the rim.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 18.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. Fox with it. He's picked up by Morant. And Bogdanovich kicks to Barnes. Bogdanovich looking around. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Bogdanovich has got 6.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Out to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Winslow. Here's Jackson. Lets it go from 14. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field. Back to Barnes. No good with the triple.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And the Kings check on 2 more.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Count it. 8 points for Valanciunas.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Fox dishes to Bagley. Nobody near Barnes. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Bjelica with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Fields checked in for the Kings. Corey Joseph comes in for De'Aaron Fox. Jones the pass to Valanciunas. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Passes it to Hield. And it's Bagley at the elbow. 3-pointer. Hield can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 16.
Pretty clear. Buddy Hield has this shooting thing down, but doesn't want to be one-dimensional. Bones, how does he diversify his game?
Well, Greg, I think as teams try to take away his first option, which is that shooting ability, he can become a much more dynamic passer and playmaker. He can add some kind of physicality on the defensive end. Now on both ends, Buddy's doing little things to impact the game, and it's not just all about that sweet stroke.
Clark dishes to Valanciunas. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Joseph finds Bjelica. Joseph down low. Defended by Jones. Hield outside. Back to Barnes. Tips it up. It's Clark with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 15. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Gutteridge can't get it to go. Bagley against Valanciunas. Bagley the pass to Hield. The layup off target. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. And the shot goes in. 14 points for Valanciunas.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Hield the pass to Bjelica. Outside Joseph. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Kyle Anderson. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Brandon Clark. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Melton in at the 2 spot. Here's Hield. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Clark. Valanciunas passes to Anderson. Doesn't go for him. And the Kings going the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's Jackson, and that one goes long.
Well, nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Hield finds Holmes. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And that one's good by Clark.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Pass to Hield. Fox with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Winslow. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Fox against Morant. Fox passes to Holmes. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Morant.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Valanciunas is checked in for Brandon Clark. And Brooks subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Here's Winslow. And Valanciunas kicks to Winslow. Back to Valanciunas. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Hield from outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Kings lead by 15.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Back to Winslow. Down low. The rebound by Giles.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And he makes the first.
Bogdanovich, another one of those draft players that gets stashed overseas for a few years. Drafted back in 2014 by the Kings before coming over for the 17-18 season.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bielitsa comes in for Giles. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Hield. Fox passes to Bagley. Back to Fox. Out to the wing. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. And the 3 off target. Brooks kicks to Winslow. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Jackson.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Bogdanovich against Brooks. Lets it fly from 18. Back to Bogdanovich. Clock at 4. Over Brooks. Bagley. It's rebounded by Memphis. The drive by Brooks, and the lead is down inside single digits.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Fox finds Bogdanovich. Barnes right side. Nails the 16-footer.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but Veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Bagley, the pass to Barnes. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Off target from three-point range. And so here's Memphis. 11-point game. Here's Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Latrey. It's not going to go for him. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me, and the fourth member of our crew. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes, and it's Bagley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for San Antonio, DeRozan out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Murray. And it's Forbes in at shooting guard.
The great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
In one area, I don't think DeRozan gets enough credit. Shot creation. If this guy wants to get a decent look, he is more often than not going to get it.
Greg, the reason why he has a great combination of speed and strength. DeMar DeRozan is comfortable pulling up on a drive or going all the way to the rack. You don't put up the numbers DeRozan has in his career without being elite at shot creation.
Pass to Lyles. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. The Spurs shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Here's Fox. Bogdanovich looking around. Here's Bagley. From down in the low post, it goes.
And we saw this from Bagley in college. He has very good touch around the rim.
It's Bielitsa, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Barnes passes to Bogdanovich. Barnes with it, out guarded by Murray. Bogdanovich inside. Here's Bagley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. Bagley's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. And stolen by Bielitsa. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by, Aldridge kicks to Lyles. DeRozan in the corner. Floats it up for Murray. It's stolen by Bagley.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourself, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Bielitsa with the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Aldridge drives in. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Out to the right wing. Here's Forbes. That one's off. Still out of sync. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Kings. Here's Fox. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and yeah. Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Lyles passes to Forbes. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Kings leading now by 16. Now the pass to Barnes. Loud pass to Bagley. And he banks in the layup. Bagley's got 8.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
To the middle. Fox with the steal. And another fast break for Sacramento. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
And the basket by DeRozan.
Right in the teeth of that defense, DeRozan explosive through contact.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bogdanovich up top. Fires from the line. Bagley, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. On the wing, Bellinelli for three. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And here is Joseph. Here's Parker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blow. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Kings here, they've been really putting on a show, guys.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Parker, and it's Bazemore at the 3 spot.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Parker kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Parker, 6 to shoot. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got 4 this quarter.
The strength that Bazemore's added coming into play. Nice finish against physical D.
Game, and it's San Antonio with another.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
The veteran guard, Patty Mills, has spent the majority of his career with the Spurs. Mills is a fantastic weapon off the bench.
Here's Parker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with Mills, no doubt his biggest talent, I think, is his outside shooting.
GA, we know it. He's going to stop beyond that arc and pull up. Every now and then he'll drive it. He's been a great sharpshooter in his career. He knows what he's about, and he brings that energy night in and night out.
Walker's checked in for San Antonio. The Kings also at the sub. Holmes checked in. Kings leading now by 22. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Joseph, the pass to Holmes. Back to Joseph. To the paint. Bazemore finds Holmes. Shoots over Pirtle. Holmes, good.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Hield from outside. And it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Wasted no time on that one.
Love how Pirtle gets his guys involved, whipping the ball around quickly.
Kings have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Back to Hield. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
Rare for him to get a wide-open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Sacramento leading by 20. Back to Bazemore. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bazemore's got 6.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Walker on the follow.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Out to the right wing. Parker kicks to Hield. Over to the wing. Holmes finds Parker. The rebound by the Spurs. Here's Walker. The rebound by Hield. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Parker's shot is off. Spurs trail by 20. Walker the pass to Gay. Holmes with the steal. Oh, the lob to Parker. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Outside, White. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Hield.
Come get it, come get it.
And stolen by White. And it's Walker penetrating, and Walker throws it down.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Hield from outside. The shot comes out. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's White. Bazemore grabs the miss. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Pass to Holmes. Hield outside. Three-pointer. Sacramento again missing. Gay outside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, you see right there, Rudy attacks and maintains focus. He is a load to contain.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
A good defensive position by Aldridge. Veteran play here.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was a big-time first quarter from Marvin Bagley. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds. And that'll...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge, DeRozan out there with Lyles. Then there's DeJounte Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. It's Bjelica, finished off the break. Bjelica's got 11 points.
The assist there from Barnes. Over the years, he's got better and better making decisions with the ball in his hands.
Murray kicks to Forbes. To the inside. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bjelica.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Bagley, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Here's Forbes. Rebound by Bjelica. Kings leading now by 17. Lobbed up there for Fox. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. 6 on the shot clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Gay comes in for Lyles. And it's Mills in for Bryn Forbes. Giles checked in for the Kings. Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. Here's Fox. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Derek White's checked in for Murray. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Here's Fox. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Rebound by Bielitsa. Sacramento leading by 19. Three-pointer Hield. Some solid defense from Gay.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And here's Bielitsa for 3. Can't hit that one. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Aldridge kicks to DeRozan. Barnes against Aldridge. Tipped away. Gay outside. Launches a 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And Smitty, with Rudy Gay, the longtime NBA veteran, Father Time might have taken away what he once was, but boy, he still finds ways to contribute.
He does, G.A. Rudy Gay isn't the same scorer that he once was. But what I love about it, he's actually playing the power forward position more later in his career. He can still fill up the box score and also add a lot of rebounding. His passing has been underrated for a few seasons as well.
And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Spurs trail by 19. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Pushing in transition, Rudy with the size, the athletic ability, the scoring ability, he can finish.
Hield the pass to Giles. Hield outside. They get it back, and it's sent back by White. And so it's Sacramento out in front by 17 points at the end of. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Kings leading now by 17. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Bagley is out there with Holmes, and it's Fox in at the 1. Left side, Bagley. That shot is off. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's Walker. Lays it up off the glass.
Nice awareness there, finding the open man down the court on the break.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Fox passes to Holmes. He kicks to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Barnes.
Everyone knows how athletic Barnes is. Demonstrated it yet again with the slam.
Here's Pirtle. Rebound by the Kings. Bagley's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Fox. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's DeRozan, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes.
So tough to guard. DeRozan with the strength, the near 40-inch vertical, and he loves to challenge you.
San Antonio making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Sacramento. Fox against Murray. And Fox gets it to go.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Spurs trail by 19. It's DeRozan with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And you have to love the way DeRozan went at the rim. He knows he's at his best when he's the aggressor.
Fox feeling it out a bit. That's tipped. It's stolen by DeRozan. Murray against Fox. Murray, no good. Kings leading now by 17. Inside. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Forbes can't get it to go.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. Back to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Rebounded by the Spurs.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Great positioning on the putback.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Bogdanovich dishes to Fox. Back to Bogdanovich. 16 feet away. He gets it in there. And the Kings lead by 19. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Kings.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Marvin Bagley.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And it's DeRozan missing. Outside, Fox. No good from outside. And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. Trailing by 17. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holmes kicks to Barnes. Lets it go with a 3. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Barnes. For the three, drops in the tray.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Substitution.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't